Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we will be talking about 16 interesting random facts that will amaze you. Before starting, please like and subscribe to our channel. 1. Recent droughts in Europe were the worst in 2,100 years. Since 2015, Europe has been hit by prolonged dry periods and sweltering temperatures, which have resulted in severe droughts. In an effort to identify the cause, research conducted under the direction of the University of Cambridge examined isotopes in the rings of ancient European oak trees in Central Europe that evolved over thousands of years. According to Eureka Alert, they found that the dry spells are a product of human-caused climate change and accompanying shifts in the jet stream. 2. The best place in the world to see rainbows is in Hawaii. Hawaii is the perfect place to visit if you enjoy watching rainbows and want to see as many as you can. The mountains in the region create high variations in clouds and rainfall, which are important to abundant rainbow sightings. According to a report by the American Meteorological Society released in 2021, in terms of both quantity and quality of rainbows, Hawaii tops the list thanks to air pollution, pollen, and a lot of cresting waves. 3. There are fossilized plants in Greenland under 1.4 kilometers of ice. The Greenland ice sheet, the biggest and likely the only relic of the Pleistocene glaciations in the northern hemisphere, covers over 80% of Greenland. Has it, however, always been so icy? The fact that well-preserved fossil plants and proteins were discovered at the bottom of a 1.4 kilometers core sample from Camp Century during the Cold War indicates that the huge sheet melted and then reformed at least once in the last million years. 4. Whale songs can be used to map out the ocean floor. The berry white of the water. Fin whales are males booming, bellowing songs are thought to be the loudest of all marine creatures and can be heard up to 1,000 kilometers away. They can also be used to sonically map the ocean floor because the sound can go up to 2.5 kilometers beneath the surface, bounce back, and provide scientists precise data. Additionally, a 2021 study published in Science shown how employing a fin whale song can be much more beneficial and have less of a harmful influence on marine life than using the standard instrument that researchers use, which is a huge air gun. 5. New creatures have been found in deep-sea volcanoes. A 2020 study of a deep-sea volcano near New Zealand, published in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences of the United States of America, revealed over 90 putative bacterial and archaeal genomic families and nearly 300 previously unknown genera. Finding previously undiscovered organisms in the depths of the ocean may sound like something straight out of a sci-fi horror movie. Like deep-sea volcanoes, hydrothermal vents have been connected to the origin of life in certain studies. So, are we observing the first indications of a future land population? All we can do is wait and see. 6. Mount Everest is bigger now than the last time it was measured. Although Mount Everest may not have physically grown since it reached adulthood a long time ago, the most recent measurement taken by surveyors from China and Nepal shows that the mountain peak is taller than we previously believed. Earlier measurements have ranged from 20,029 feet above sea level in 1955 to 29,002 feet above sea level in 1856, but following a protracted process of using GPS equipment to measure the peak, researchers have now determined that Mount Everest is actually 29,031.69 feet tall due to plate tectonics. 7. Climate change is causing flowers to change color. Don't worry, your beloved red roses won't turn turquoise overnight, but flowers all around the world have changed as a result of an increase in UV radiation caused by the ozone layer thinning over the past few decades. According to a 2020 study led by researchers from Clemson University, flowers' UV pigmentation has risen over time, which has caused the pollen to degrade. Despite the fact that we cannot perceive the color change with our eyes, pollinators like bees, who are drawn to the vibrant colors that flowers create, have a lot of trouble with it. 8. Dentistry is the oldest profession in the world. Dentistry has existed from the beginning of time, perhaps not quite that long ago. However, a research discovered proof of tooth drilling in skulls from 7500 to 9000 years ago. The holes were probably drilled with a primitive bow drill. Could that be the first dentist's creation? According to the BBC, more biting research on a 14,000-year-old skull at the University of Bologna in Italy revealed that one rotting tooth in the jaw had been purposefully scrubbed and scraped with a tool. That makes dentistry one of the oldest occupations ever noted, which is undoubtedly cause for celebration. 9. North Korea and Cuba are the only places you can't buy Coca-Cola. It's reassuring to know that you can always drink a Coca-Cola wherever you go. Well, almost anywhere. Although this carbonated beverage is widely available, it is still not legally available in North Korea or Cuba. This is because the United States has long-standing trade embargoes on certain nations. Some claim that if you work hard enough, you might be able to get a taste of the substance, albeit it will usually be much more expensive than what you would spend in the United States and likely imported from a nearby nation like Mexico or China. 10. The entire world's population could fit inside Los Angeles. Over 7.5 billion people live on Earth as a whole. Of course, that amount sounds enormous. If every single one of those people were to stand shoulder to shoulder, they could all fit within the 500 square miles of Los Angeles. According to National Geographic, it might seem a bit more doable. 11th. There are more twins now than ever before. From roughly 1915, when the statistical record begins, until 1980, approximately 1 in every 50 babies born was a twin, a rate of 2%. Twin births are now more common than ever. The rate thereafter started to rise. By 1995, it had reached 2.5%. In 2001, the rate went beyond 3%, and in 2010, it reached 3.3%. That implies that 1 in every 30 newborns is a twin. According to scientists, this tendency is brought about by older women having more twins and women delaying having children. In vitro fertilization and other fertility procedures most likely also have an impact. 12. The hottest chili pepper in the world is so hot it could kill you. The Dragon's Breath chili pepper, which is weapons grade, is so hot that it's actually lethal. If you ate one, it might result in a form of anaphylactic shock that would burn and constrict your airways. According to Mike Smith, the hobby grower and scientists from Nottingham University who created the Dragon's Breath, I've tested it on the tip of my tongue and it simply burned and burnt. So why create such a useless pepper? It turns out that the chili was originally created as a skin-numbing analgesic for use in medical treatments. 13. More people visit France than any other country. France is a stunning nation that is bursting to the seams with delectable wines, mouth-watering cheese, and loads of romance. Therefore, it should come as no surprise that, according to the United Nations World Tourism Organization, more people wish to travel to France than anywhere else in the world. The nation of Europe attracted 86.9 million visitors in 2017. With 81.8 million visitors, Spain came in second place behind the United States, 76.9 million, China, 60.7 million, and Italy, 58.3 million. The life is lovely. 14. The world's most densely populated island is the size of 2 soccer fields. Even though Santa Cruz del Islote, an artificial island in the San Bernardo archipelago off the coast of Colombia, is only roughly the area of 2 soccer fields, 2 acres, it has 4 main streets and 10 communities. On the island, 500 people reside in about 155 homes. According to The Guardian, it is the most densely inhabited island in the world because of how many people are crammed into a small area. 15. The Canary Islands are named after dogs, not birds. The Canary Islands were named for a different species, despite the fact that it might seem safe to believe that canary birds were the inspiration for the place's name. The archipelago, which is located off the coast of northwest Africa, is technically a part of Spain. Islas Canarias, the Spanish name for the region, is derived from the Latin term Canariae Insulae, which means island of dogs. 16. Indonesia is home to some of the shortest people in the world. According to statistics gathered from numerous international sources by The Telegraph in 2017, Indonesia is home to some of the shortest individuals in the world, despite the fact that there are short people and tall people everywhere. The average adult, including for both genders, is about 5 feet, 1.8 inches tall. Bolivians aren't often that much taller than the average person, who is 5 feet, 2.4 inches tall. The Netherlands, where the average adult height is 6 feet, 0 inches, is where we find the tallest people. That's a wrap for today's video. What are your thoughts on our list? Let us know in the comments section below. And make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates.